Alright. Welcome back. So, yeah, you guys are alive. Congratulations. Mission accomplished. No remains left of these spectral serpentine creatures, although the ozone of the environment does lessen a little bit. It seems less thick. You guys are left with quiet as well as, well, quiet in the immediate vicinity, and then the loud rumblings just past the wall, you know, just a couple hundred feet behind you guys. People outside the walls definitely heard lightning and thunder and all this stuff happening.
Well, that was quite the excitable little excursion.
Yes, quite.
Oh, my hips.
Now you're showing your age.
You guys hear a call from the gate that you guys entered through. You guys see it's Monty. You alright? What was that? You see he has like a rifle. like he's like leaning around like the ajar entryway of the gate.
Bohan, you speak, Auntie.
Yeah, yes, we're
Do you request medical assistance?
No. We are okay. The unexpected violence, but it's sorted now.
Well then. He like aims his rifle at like different parts of the compound. The cordon.
Please don't shoot us!
I'm a crack shot! What did he say?
Yes,
Was that
I
a
would advise
crack
you to
shot?
keep an eye on the gate, but
Gate defended. Oh, alright.
excellent.
Well,
we'll continue the investigation.
Shall we need some?
did you say something about champagne?
Yes, we
I
will
don't
inform
know.
you
I
if we
heard
find
Chardonnay.
something.
Nope. He's out. He goes out of the gateway. He's no longer present. Not that he was particularly present in the first place, but
Well, that was certainly an interesting workout.
and when he goes and
Just
picks up her boarding
notification.
axes.
Oh yeah, am I able to recover any of the arrows, or are they just gone?
By the rules of D&D, you recover half of the arrows.
I think
So
I
you
shot
shot-
2, so that'll be 1. No, wait,
You
no,
shot
no.
more than 2. I want to say 4.
No, yeah, I was about to say that's a lie.
Yeah. So just say you recovered 2 arrows, I guess.
2. Okay.
Dose.
Shot 4, take away 2. 18. Okey-doke.
So, what do you guys do now? Do you continue your approach towards the beacon? Do you look around the immediate vicinity of their onslaught?
Is there anything left over at all from the whatever they're called, or are they just completely gone?
Gone.
Gone. Okay.
Like the wind.
Would you mind if I sat down for 20 minutes or so?
I second the notion.
No, that's fine. Suppose I'll keep a lookout, I guess.
It
That's when Dark Inspiration's back.
6, it's 10. Oh, hey, look at that. She's back to full. Technically,
It's
one
gonna
more.
Hey. Nice, I'm only missing like 3 health.
What's the paladin hit die? Is it
D10.
D10?
D10.
Yeah. Okay, so I need spend
You got that thick hit die. Well, no, that'd be D12, 100%.
7.
Alright, Catherine's back to full. Even without the Song of Rest.
Hey.
Rutabaga wasn't hurt in the first place. Beauty of having a bunch of temp HP. Which I didn't realize it gave so much. I didn't realize it was 4 per...
Per spore charge.
Yeah, poor freaking druid level. I didn't realize that.
Oh, Druid though? Oh, Jesus. So he gets like 24 temp HP when he turns that thing
He
on?
had 24 temp HP, which is the equivalent of wild shaping anyways, technically. Just become
you
really
know,
big. But it's just like, yeah, I didn't realize it was so awesome.
It feels like it goes further though, weirdly enough.
It's because it has
So-
additional capacities versus when you watch it, you just become low melee machine.
How many healing charges would I get back?
Half.
Half. So if we sit down for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? You only need a short
Yeah.
rest for 10.
Okay. So that's.
He's
the,
old.
we need
He's 40.
Four.
By the rules
healing
with D&D,
charges back.
originally it's 30 minutes. Or no, it's an hour, I think, for a short rest.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
long.
All right, 4 back.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You to rest your weary bones.
And a second level, third level. Nice.
Alright. So, you guys take a moment of respite. That feeling of being watched doesn't go away, by the way. Even though these scenes probably were watching you for a good bit. So, Catherine, you said you were keeping an eye out, which, in technicality, by the rules of short rest, you can't do. But I'll allow it this time, because it helps narratively. And also, you have a high as fuck passive perception. So, as you guys are taking a short rest, you know, getting your breath back, your second wind, except none of yours are fighters, you see more stirring, more stones being locked loose on the opposite side of the beacon from where you currently are. So you're a couple hundred feet away from the beacon, past the beacon itself on the other side, so this probably doubles the distance to about a few hundred feet. You see more movement of stones and stirring rubble.
Okie doke. Well, that's fun. Well, there seems to be more signs of movement on the other side of the beacon. I suggest we don't stay here very long, eh?
Do you want to go check it
If
out?
you say so.
Well, unless you want to have another encounter. I'm quite happy to
Well,
Better us than anyone else.
this is very true. It is what we are
And now we know
meant
what they can
to do, after all. Indeed.
Can't do nothing.
Rutabaga's opinion on the matter is made clear.
Well, apparently. Suppose we can check it out without maybe getting detected. I don't know.
So, you guys finish up your short rest. You go check it out?
Hey, if that's the case, I'm gonna hit my symbiotic entity one more time before we rest.
How long does symbiotic entity last?
It lasts 10 minutes, but temporary hit points don't go away.
Interesting.
I feel like they should for that one.
Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
Let's see.
I must have been
Spore Druid. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. The only time I'm using this book. What a wasted purchase. Oh well.
Hey, I'm glad I could give it some use for you, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It makes the sunk cost slightly less. Let's see, 25. Da-da-da. These benefits last for 10 minutes, and the benefits of that do include the symbiotic entity. So you do not get to keep the things if you go longer than 10 minutes. Oh wait, let me read this. While the feature is active, you gain the following benefit. Oof. Oof, that is some tricksy wording. Like a lot of Wizards of the Coast stuff. Of course, in Ravnica, it gets even more tricksy. I'll let you keep it. It's like a mini arc. Why not? Why not? So yeah, I'll reset. Do you have access to your computer right now, or do you want me to do stuff on your sheet?
Yeah, no. For a minute, I do.
Okay, so alright, you already got the 24 temp HP back. Gotcha. Alright, so, what are you guys doing? Lost my train of thought. You guys heading to the wreckage? You guys investigating the area? You guys gonna hug the beacon and praise it for the deity-esque structure it is? What are you doing?
Yeah, so Bohan would get up from where he's been sitting and resting and sort of like look around expectantly, waiting for someone to take the lead.
I throw a rock at the pile of rocks.
It's 400 feet away.
I get close enough to throw a rock at the pile of rocks.
Okay, so you guys approach the disturbance, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess so.
Okay. So you guys up yourselves, dust yourselves off, and trust me, there's a lot of dust and, stony coating around the place. Eleni tucks away her boarding axe after doing one last cursory, flip of them, re-gauging her, the weight of them in her arms. Sheaves her blade. You guys go. You guys go towards the beacon, because you have to go past it. As you guys get towards the beacon, it definitely brings its own sense of calm. Not in a magical sense, but just in a sense of this thing is so fucking indestructible. It's like a childhood relic. Although it's not childhood for you guys, obviously. But, it's a relic of your guys' familiar comfort. So it's nice seeing that it's just so goddamn indestructible. You guys get closer to it, and Catherine, you note that similar to at the cordon's perimeter, so to here, about 30-some feet away from the beacon's base itself, utterly untouched. It's disturbed in the sense of, there's dust and stuff on it now, but in terms of damage, none. No crackling, no cracking, no nothing. No upshot jags of stonework.
I wonder what's protecting it.
Well, the beacons themselves always did seem majestically magical, so some sort of innate enchantment, perhaps.
Possibly. Well, regardless, let's see what this shaking pile of rocks is.
Yes.
You got your stone ready there, Fritz?
You guys continue past the beacon itself. It's 100-foot radius itself, so 200 feet diameter. Have to go around it. 300 feet. Another 200 feet past that, and you guys finally get to that pile of rocks that you guys want to throw even more rocks at.
I mean, it worked so well last time.
It's been slowly stirring every couple minutes or so, ever since you managed to lay eyes on it. Slowly, every now and then, every couple minutes.
Is it the same kind of sort of stuff that was happening previously before the...
It's a pile of rocks moving.
Okay, so it's... Okay.
How close are we to the pile of rocks?
After you guys move closer to it, that's up to you. It was hundreds of
Okay.
feet before. Now, I don't know.
I'm gonna get within 60 feet and pop a divine sense. Celestial and undead.
You detect none.
The ground is
I
still
am-
consecrated.
The ground is
Yeah,
still consecrated.
Yes, I will mention this to the party.
Okay.
Yeah, probably within 20 feet to throw a rock. So I'm going to get within 20 feet and just throw a rock at it. Unless other people want to set something up first.
All Eleni does is draw her blade and
Yeah,
grab a boarding axe to throw. You guys know the song and
I'll
dance.
prepare for something.
You guys know how the song and dance goes now. So you throw the rock?
Yes.
Alright, I need to check some rulings here. Specifically on cover. You have to be able to breathe.
I just really want to hit Theo with a rock.
Arrow.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh.
+5.
We found a witch. Can we burn her?
Roll an attack roll.
Would this be using Dex or Strength?
Either.
Okay. And I'm not proficient with rock.
No. No, you're not.
Unfortunately.
Shame. Can I bark inspiration? No, I can't do it to myself.
Yeah, specifically what you can't do.
Not 20 on rock throwing.
All right, so
You
rock
did
is
good,
probably.
I missed my calling.
What's the damage of a sling? I'm curious.
A sling is a D4.
Sling is a D4. Oh, well, a sling is also more powerful than an arm, or else we wouldn't use sling. We just use our arms.
I'll just use like
A
the
D2.
mod then.
Nah, just a D2. We can regress down. All right, so.
Hold on, I have to type the right thing.
What's your dex mod or?
2.
Well, it's 2d2. So roll another d2. Because it's a crit.
Oh wait, let's do that.
Alright, so 3 plus 2. Gotcha.
I do 5 damage. I think that's more damage than I did in the fight. Wait, no, I hit it a couple times. Okay.
Alright, since you said so specifically, Fia take 5 points of damage.
I knew you said Fia. I knew it.
My goal is complete for the session. Thank you.
So Fia take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are awoken. From the sudden burst of bludgeoning damage. Next to you is Korik, and you both sort of like rising zombies emerge from the pile of rebel.
We are armed and have you surrounded. Come out.
I have a rock.
I have a
Why did you throw a rock at me?
We were just attacked by giant worm things.
I'm not a giant worm!
I didn't know that.
Jesus Christ! At least he's waiting. I'm pointing at Bohan.
If you were just attacked by monsters, you would throw a rock. first,
Eleni
too.
leans over to you, Rutabaga. Who's Jesus Christ? Someday you guys will learn your lesson and not use it.
Oh,
Some-
my apologies.
someday.
Dear gods, what was the point of that? Who even?
More
Oh,
to the
really?
point at
You're gonna
hand,
throw?
Hold your hands
who are
up.
you and why are you here?
Hold me. I mean, just gonna look around.
You see Korik emerging from the pile of stones as well, with like hand on head from the amount of rocks that was just upon all of you, both of you.
What in the world is going on?
There's another.
I don't know. Who are all of you? Pointing at everyone. Oh, he's an arsehole. I can tell you that. Pointing at
Hey.
Fritz.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get Monty and some manacles. She walks back to the gate entrance.
I am the victim here.
Eleni is no longer.
We're investigating a crime scene. You're currently on it.
Sort of blinking a little bit. Wait. I know you. Looking at you. Don't I? I know you, right?
I think so.
They're conspiring.
Sort of. You look familiar. I assume we've met somewhere before then.
We must have.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Korik.
Oh, okay. I'm Fia.
Fia.
Your name does ring a bell. I can't place it though.
I feel like I know you. I do. Weird.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Probably
Wait.
spies. Kill 'em.
I don't think I'm on that exact level of spy. I don't think. Where
That remains to be seen. Keep your hands where I can see them. I'm old and my eyesight's not very good, so no funny movements, alright?
Well, that's a good excuse.
You won't swing first and ask questions later.
Seems to be the type anyway.
With armor
You're
like
super
that,
quiet, oh.
with armor like that, I don't think we should push our luck here, Fia.
No,
Right,
I'm
right.
feeling
Inside,
very
are they spies?
squishy.
Are they spies?
Yeah. Roll inside. Go ahead. Yeah.
Nat one. Ah, damn it.
Oh,
They are not spies. They seem like many people in this town, dumb and confused.
Man, too stupid to be spies.
well, I appreciate your honesty. You hear that? You do
As
don't
Rutabaga says that, Bohan sort of like relaxes visibly. Oh well, if you say so, Rutabaga, then it must be true.
It is.
5 minutes until until Eleni comes back. I have to roll to see how quickly she could decipher Monty language.
Very.
She had to go to translator. That takes another couple minutes.
Translator comes back to Rutabaga and asks him his opinion. Rutabaga tells him to fuck off.
Yeah, don't talk to Bohan. Bohan's the translator for your group. But yeah, you have 5 minutes to go before you have my NPC help move things along. So dance, monkeys, dance. Kidding, mostly.
Well, I'm not going to be doing any sort of shenanigans, so I'll keep my hands very visibly where you can see him. Cork's going to stretch his hands out like he's reaching out for a hug.
I'll follow suit, I guess.
Look, I don't know where I am, and I don't know. Wait. No.
Yep. Where even are we? I don't recognize this place at all.
Travis
I remember something. I remember a face. A face. Yes, it's a face. What was her name?
Yeah, I feel like I was doing something.
And that something was attacking the beacon or
Do you have
not.
Point of
Do we
interjection.
have to be somewhere, Fia?
Oh, sorry.
Do we have to be somewhere?
Point of interjection from your friendly neighborhood GM to the 2 new arrivals. Mark down 1 point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion coming up.
Maybe.
Secondly, including the new arrivals, what's your passive perceptions?
Fia 19, new one 23. Oh, unless you want to check that out.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll type it.
K and B, F and K. For the other two, the people that don't have to run double duty.
Oh.
Passive perception.
Good old 18.
Oh yeah, so you guys all have really good.
I mean, druid.
True, very true. Alright, so everyone except Bohan.
Yes.
You guys see like a how to describe this? Imagine like a hula hoop. Alright? So you got a circular hula hoop. Make it fancy. It's golden. Gilded. Those are 2 different terms actually. Golden hula hoop. It has very fine, like velvety or silken fabric leaned down into it, making this sort of vortex. This sort of like magician trick-esque, circular curtain. In drops a person. Can't really tell who or what they are. Since you guys are investigators, I'll even give you, how to put it, a description of the suspect, huh? They have an unknown figure, indeterminate of male or female. They stand somewhere between 5'8" and 5'11". They are dressed in loose but restrained attire, sort of like monastic style, but it does have a bit more layering and flourish to that. It's more riche and fine and mercantilistic than monastic. To go along with that extra layering, their upper form is shrouded by a cloak, and their face is covered by some pale white mask, looking equivalent to driftwood. That's what passive perception tells you. Can you guys roll me actual perception if you want to get a look? There's something on its mask, but whether or not you make out what it says, it depends on your perception. And this perception roll is important because this is the roll I will use for if you guys try to recall information about the suspect, about this very suspicious teleporting in an individual. I'll use this roll to determine whether or not you do or don't know it. Pretty good rolls.
That was for Korik, not Bohan.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. First one's Fia, second one's Catherine.
Bohan is just, you know.
You can't see that far.
Thinking,
It's like 100 feet away. It's got squid.
Yeah. He's looking
Yeah,
at Korik
yeah.
and Thea, like, don't be doing anything funny business now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. Wait, so Kirsty, which one's which? The first one is
Fia's the 13.
Catherine's.
What's her face? Catherine is 21.
Yeah, that's my favorite PC. What's her face? I mean, it makes sense that Thea doesn't see it, considering how she just got out. She just got bludgeoned by a rock, and she's exhausted. Yeah, it makes sense she doesn't get it. So basically, all the enkindlers, sans Bohan, plus Korik. So, okay, so it's still 4 of you. Gotcha. So yeah, you guys see, those of you that do see it, see the symbol carved to where the forehead region is of the mask. It is... Oh, I can draw for you, actually. I can draw for you right here and right now. Just allow me to move you guys back to here. As I have to do this twice. I do this twice. Once on the Google Chrome and once on the recording on the Firefox. Alright, so let's see. Let's see. Holding online. Make this nice big circle. Bigger. Nice. And then polygon. Wait, nope. There we go. Then a bunch of small... I'll make these like a purple color. It's not actually this color. I'm just making it really obvious. Let's see. Boop. 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 There, yep. That's what the symbol looks like. Yeah. Got it memorized? Good. And back again. Boom. So,
Are they as like straight lined and geometric as that,
Yes.
or are they like? Okay.
this figure drops down to the ground, sees you guys, sort of ignores you and goes back to its business, begins digging through some rubble, grabs some item. With these rolls in perception, I can tell you it's some sort of arm harness and glove. It's pretty fancy looking. Roll me background information. Roll me your guys' background information. So plus prof, plus wisdom or intelligence. No one used fucking charisma. I saw some of that shit happen earlier. No one used charisma, or I'll smite you.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Alright, well, yeah, Fritz with a 5, nope. Plus that, nope. The new arrivals don't get this.
2 seconds, I'm trying to set this.
Oh, okay. That was Korik. Never mind.
Yeah, new arrivals don't get this. This is sort of the traversals.
Yeah.
Ciao! I'm not that familiar.
yeah, you... it's 16 on
Intelligence
that.
or wisdom, right?
Intelligence or wisdom, one or the other, whichever's higher.
Okay. Oh. They're both 0.
Well, then it doesn't bloody matter then. Roll a d20 plus prof, plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. Alright, so I guess only Rutabaga. Yeah, Rutabaga, you recognize it. Shadow plus 4. Yeah, 10 doesn't make it. Yeah, Rutabaga, you recognize it. It seems something... You feel like you just saw something like that. Like, just saw it. That's weird.
Those serpent things?
No, the serpents that don't have hands or arms did not wear these gloves. No, no. You think you saw it on one of the people outside at the perimeter line? outside.
Remember that guy outside had those on.
The rest of you guys are a bit too busy watching this individual take it, sequester it somewhere behind their back, underneath their cloak, do a grandiose flourish and bow to you, and then just begin sprinting towards the beacon.
chase him,
we should
maybe?
stop that. We should stop that.
Yeah, that seems
Wait,
a bit,
what?
you know.
What are you talking about? Stop whom? What? What's going on?
The masked man who just took something off the ground and ran straight for the beacon.
I have a
Cast
pic-
shatter.
I have a
worry,
picture
I
of
got
what
something.
they look like. The only
Got
catch
something?
to this is that they are like the imagery of it is like the symbol on the mask of the picture is incorrect. Oh, let me try to find
I would like
it.
to
They are
summon
beyond 60 feet,
two-
my friend.
Right. I want to summon 2 dire wolves to chase him down.
Okay. I'm trying to find the picture. What did I save it as?
Wait, yeah, because we're not underwater, right?
No, Traverse Town is not underwater.
Okay, just double check. Making sure.
There, that's a nice mask right there. Again, the symbol on the top is incorrect. But I can't manipulate stuff to that degree, so I don't give a shit. But yeah, it looks like that. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, no, it looks like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, it looks like a stand-up, upright guy. Yeah.
Reminds
Law
me of that
abiding.
Batman series from the 90s.
Oh yeah, I can see. Oh, he sort of does look like Slade.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, though. Actually, I think about Slade gets a thing on his forehead too when he dies and goes to hell, and then sort of takes up. Interesting.
Mhm.
You summon 2 direwolves, and which have their own levels of sporic. I was gonna say infestation. It's not infestation. It's a symbiotic growth.
It is, though.
It is though.
It isn't what it is.
It isn't, but it is. And they begin chasing him down. He shoots a lightning bolt at them.
Scared to move.
It doesn't ever come close to you guys. It sort of veers wildly off, but it just and incinerates them with magical energy. Thea, roll me your Arcana.
That's a good lightning bolt.
Arcana.
That's the. Yeah, you've done your own lightning bolts in your time. That thing is a good chunk more powerful, which is to say, it's a higher level spell slot.
Ah, okay.
Of what
Did you make sure it's the right sheet?
Yeah, that one's fair, yeah. I've got them both up.
Catherine doesn't seem like the sort that has Arcana trained.
No, she's got Fat Zeno and Arcana.
Nice, rounding out the team.
Mm.
As he runs towards the beacon, he eventually gets to the sort of 30-foot cusp of it. And then he just sort of stops and does like sort of like almost like a mime impersonation of just like touching an unseen force and wall. One that is curved, fitting for the base, the undamaged base area of the beacon. He just he takes a pause and he looks over at you guys. He gets one last look at this unseen force or upon the beacon itself. You're not 100% certain. And then he apparates a door. Just. Or I say door. It's more of like a portal of some sort. Fitting with tall, similarly velvet or silken red curtains that go down to the floor, draping it there. And he just. Like a actor going onto stage, he pushes through the curtains and the portal vanishes.
Guys sucked.
Well, that wasn't suspicious in the slightest.
Eleni's like, you guys can see Eleni on the other side of the beacon running back towards you guys. She's like sprinting, which is to say fucking dash and double dash and all that sort of shit. Who was that? She has manacles. Like out of her like belt. 2 of them.
Cork holds out his hand, like he's not putting up a fight.
I'm not going to resist, but just so you know, you attacked me. So
You're trespassing on a crime scene too. You're also manacled.
I pat Fia on the shoulder apologetically and cast Cure Wounds.
If you are indeed innocent, it will behoove you to cooperate.
Fritz, what have we said about making fun of other people's accents?
Sorry.
it's not very gentlemanly, you know. Mind you, you did just throw a stone at someone, so you know.
But I do sound like that.
Yeah, that did.
It's
If
more for
if
flattery than
you've
insult. It's
nothing
very
nice to
fun.
say, then don't say it at all. Don't be like Rutabaga.
Why is he gonna pass, anyways?
Because he can't change out of his ways. He's an old turtle.
I feel like that's a compliment.
You are young and impressionable, and thus can be better. He cannot.
You heard the young man.
There's Team Dad and Team Mom, essentially.
Which is a really messed up thing.
Ooh, Fritz is getting in trouble.
Wait a minute, this is a family dynamic. You have angry grandpa, Team Dad, Team Mom, and then the two siblings.
I always end up being like one of the siblings.
I think we've just ended up in a very interesting group of people.
I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah. Thanks for the healing, though. It's appreciated. Thank you.
Fida.
Pat's on head where I threw a rock at.
Fida the spider.
Fight.
I think that's a pretty good rhyme.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Alright, that's the next enemy against you guys. I'm gonna make a boss monster of it. Anyways, though.
You're just busting a rhyme while busting our asses.
It's a spider that has 8 microphones. Every time it drops one, you all have to make a death save. So it's 8 death saves you have to succeed. Actually, that's impossible. Anyways.
An action surge for every arm.
Wait, that's genius! That's some good Hydra tactics right
Don't
there.
give him ideas.
That's a good Hydra thing. Action surge per head. And then it gets new heads with new action surges. Ooh, that'd be awesome. Anyways, though.
Yeah.
So, you guys now, in Kindlers, you now have 2 people under your custody. New arrivals, you've just been placed under custody.
I don't think I've actually asked yet, but where exactly are we? Haven't really.
Traverse Town.
You don't know.
Yeah, where would that be on a map?
Eleni looks at the rest of you guys with like a raised eyebrow, like, oh, what the fuck?
You know what? Never mind. Well, just
Never heard of it.
neither have I.
How is this possible?
I mean, you're the ones that seem to know what's going on. At least slightly. More than me.
Oh, my fucking head hurts like I've been hit by a pile of rocks.
Too stupid to be spied.
I think he's right on that one.
Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
We should go back to the perimeter line, bring in the reports of finding 2 people and having a 3rd one appear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you, and she, like, Eleni's obviously talking to the Kindlers here. Do you have anything else you guys want to investigate around here? Out of game, do you guys have anything else you want to investigate around here?
No.
Do we want to have a closer look at the beacon, the actual
It's up to you.
obelisk, the pillar,
Damn it, why am I
Yeah.
not feeling like
skyscraper?
Maybe like at least a quick little.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
little peek?
Just have a
Yeah.
look at where the
Like it.
criminal scum appeared.
Appeared or disappeared?
Both. Stop right there.
Well, where he appeared is more distant than where he disappeared.
No, let's check out where he disappeared first, then I suppose.
Alright, to the beacon. Or at least his threshold.
It's a lit. Gondor calls for aid.
So, you guys go to the beacon, particularly the location where the individual of unknown description, unknown complete description at least, vanished. Or teleported away, I suppose is a better term for it. I mean, you could definitely see the foot treads of where they were stepping. No, not like you're looking around. Well, actually, make me an investigation check. Let's look around. Look around.
Bohan will give help to whoever is looking around.
Elanie's keeping tabs on the new arrivals. No assistance from her. Here's the thing: the new arrivals can look too if they feel inclined to help their captors.
Yeah. Well, Catherine will have a spy around.
Spy.
Spy
on the base.
an investigation.
I will
So
also
it'd be-
look, and I will give her a bardic inspiration.
Okay, so
I
which
can't
one of you
back
gets
off.
advantage though?
Who's got the highest? I've got a
Oh,
9
boy.
investigation with that.
You win.
Yeah. Okay.
They have a 9.
And you get a D8 on top.
Oh. And what would the bardic be as well?
D8.
Is that a D6? D8.
Roll 1d8, baby.
Alright, 31
So that's-
investigation.
Hold on, what? You rolled D8, but you didn't roll like a number of D8s. That's interesting. I guess it just defaults to 1.
No, yeah, you can default to a D8
Oh, okay.
if you don't put a number there. I
So, anyways,
think it's
whatever.
better to do the 1d8 just because it gets you in the practice of putting in multiple numbers quickly.
Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah, 31. You know the expression of finding a needle in a haystack. Yeah. You don't find a needle in a haystack, but you do find a string amidst the treads of rubble on the way here. It's a very sleek and, material, this string, and you, with a third one investigation, you sort of realize, like, wait a second. You ask Eleni to take her helmet off, to which she finds the request very, very confusing, but she does so, revealing, her features. Yeah, it sort of feels like elven hair is what this string is made of, as you compare it against Eleni's.
The instant she takes off her helmet, Korik sort of like
I mean,
almost scrambles to his feet before he remembers himself. And he goes like, it's you. Wait, no. But you look like her. Wait, oh, no, this is
Well,
wrong.
well, here's the thing. As Cork, you've never seen the Ronin's face. You saw her helmet, so it's actually
No,
inverse.
he doesn't think it's the Ronin.
Oh my god.
Abigail.
Oh, that'll be awkward to explain if you guys make it back to the surface.
No, the
She raises a very suspicious eyebrow. Right.
You've seen her
No.
before?
No, this is...
Never met you before in my life.
Is this like a crazy ex-stalker situation, or?
I hope not.
Maybe.
I don't really have any exes that are around anymore.
I mean,
Ominous.
he doesn't. Maybe you just don't know that he's your ex.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make the
you-
situation
don't
any
tell-
better.
Don't tell me you don't recognize Sophia. It's... No, wait, no, this is wrong.
I'll just sort of squint my eyes a bit. I mean,
Do you have like a
So-
starting letter?
sort of. I don't think it's
Anyways,
the person.
Ca-
Like it's,
hair, you said, Catherine.
oh yeah. Hair. I'm getting the accents mixed up.
I could tell.
Yes. I found a big string of hair. It sort of looked like yours. Is it like braided together with like various different bits of hair, or is it just one long ass strand?
It's like different strands of hair woven into like a stronger string. It's still really thin though.
Yeah. Is it like different colors, or is it all just the one shade?
One shade.
One shade. Okay.
Black.
Well, you ever hear the tale of Rapunzel?
No.
No. It's,
Oh, it's
or at
wonderful.
least whatever equivalent of this world that would be. Well, somebody's been getting busy anyway. It looks like it's a pleat of human hair that they've used for something. Maybe from the same person, maybe not. It's all the same colour, so could be. Thoughts?
Well,
Dreams?
I'm certain
Aspirations?
with hair, you can use the item, I suppose, as a magical component if we have that available in town. I'm sure there is someone with capabilities beyond ours who could potentially utilize it
Yeah, possibly.
in ways I cannot.
Right. And where was it going again? It was from to the beacon, wasn't it?
Wait a minute, what?
Where does how long's the bit of string and where is it leading to?
I mean, it's just a strand of string about, wait, hold on, I have an exact number that I even did metric calculation for. Where is it? Where is it? So much shit is highlighted for me, or made bold, rather. What the fuck? I could have swore I typed it out. I know I did. Let's see. It was about 25 centimeters, which I think came out to about 8 inches. It's a.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not a long trail of string. It's a single piece
I
of
just
string.
had that in my head. I don't know why I had that in my head. Okay, ignore the Rapunzel reference because that is going nowhere. My bad. I thought it was a big old long bit of string. Okay. Well, I guess we can take it back or something.
What color is the string?
Black.
Oh yeah, you said that. Black.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe it's like you said, a component or somebody
At the very
dropped it.
least, it is evidence, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Would somebody else like
Evidence
to
of
hold?
what? Person had hair.
Well, yes, but it could belong to the perpetrator.
Right, so it's not me. Good.
Do you even grow hair?
Nobody grows plenty of plants.
Well, I've noticed
I
that.
could grow hair if I wanted to. Just
Oh,
don't
can you
want
now?
to.
Of course, yeah.
Eleni gets like a
Naturally.
chiding smile and like rolls her eyes and slips her helmet back on, fastens it, clips the faceplate back on.
Well, would somebody else like to hold on to this? I'm just like
Wait,
holding on to like
what?
the edge of my fingers.
He turns into a wolf.
It's wasting.
You know what
Is
would've been
wild
better
shape
turning into,
is
actual
wild
hair.
shape based on short rest or long rest?
Short.
Long rest?
Short.
Short.
Yeah,
Short. Okay, I don't fucking
The-
know, man. Druids.
Then he turns out of it.
See? Grow hair if I want to.
Yes, but can you grow hair while as a hair?
Why would I want to?
Because then it's
Oh,
twice as much hair.
no, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
So, like, do we throw him in jail or something, or what do we do here?
Yes.
I mean, I'd
Yeah.
rather that they throw us in jail if that's alright
This
with you.
is a discussion that should be had elsewhere. Let's move.
Discussion for elsewhere.
Yeah, I'd like to lie down for a bit if that's alright with you. Before you throw me in jail, preferably.
No.
You don't get a choice.
Well, I don't think I did anything.
Well, shouldn't have been a prisoner.
Shouldn't have been
Yeah, sure, let me just get myself out of that one.
Cork is looking kind of dazed, switching between taking in the odd people in front of him, but mostly returning to stare. And he's like, "Yeah." I think he's mostly just preoccupied with Eleni at this point. And if someone tells him to do something, he will comply.
Creepy ex-stalker.
Remember what we just talked about, Fritz? About saying nice things? Let's go back to Monty.
Young man, manners maketh man. Learn it well.
Hey. I love that
Yes,
line.
Fritz. Manners maketh man.
I love how like I can just imagine the shit-eating grin that Catherine has as she says that at Fritz with like a massive smirk. I really do love it. It's great. It's great. So yeah, you guys go back to go back to the perimeter line.
Yeah.
All right. You guys see Monty is there, and he assembled his like 6 other men-at-arms, which are like men-at-arms are like they're like the men-at-arms of like Darkest Dungeon. These guys are just dressed in plate armor, except they actually wear fucking helmets. And yeah, they're like ready to go in. They have like I guess the wooden equivalent of riot shields and stuff like that. Alright, and then when we get in there, you swim like oh, never mind then. And all you see like all the men at arms just get like slumped as like like wasted efforts and all that, and then they disperse. Good to see you back. Thought something happened. Heard lightning. I guess that'd be thunder, but it's who that? You know what?
We found some people in a rubble.
What? We know there are people in there, and some people. They medical attention. Dazed. He looks a little dazed. He went to Cork. Yeah, she looked fine. She dismissively waves off for you.
Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
He gives like a tap to you, Fritz. He's like, you like get go to this guy sort of feel like, what you don't understand me? Alright, dude.
It's too nice to fast, don't worry.
I actually don't know what he's.
This is just a lot of unintelligible conversation,
just smile
and I love it.
Thumbs up.
Eleni takes off her helmet, like just sort of clips it at her like her belt. Monty, do you have a local, I don't know, forward post that we can take them to? I'd rather not walk 2 people all the way back to the precinct. Oh, of course. Yeah, just take a little that way. Take it up. And then you'll see Carter. What? You'll see Carter. We'll see Carter? See Carter. I'll let you in.
Yes.
Wait, Carter or Connor?
Please do not see.
Carter. Carter.
That's where you go. Oh, okay. Yes, Carter.
Carter's assistance will indeed be very appreciated.
Yep. You're the only guard there, so you sleep him. Come and whoop him. Whoop it. And he does like a slap on your shoulder first. Whoop it. Like that.
Thumbs up.
Yes, I will even lend him my mace. Should it need a rack?
No. Only guard. No. Awake. Not dead.
Oh, he's sleeping on the job again.
Yes.
What on earth are we experiencing right now?
Alright. Hurry up.
Fritz just does kind of like a ball with it hand motion.
Yeah, all that. Hey, I do have to go though, but yeah.
All right,
Continue unintelligibly talking.
Gotcha. Wait, Kindlers. You're safe.
Yep, no. That's what we don't need.
Hey! You're there! Get back here! Alright, have a good day.
Nods.
And to you.
Big
And
smile,
see.
thumbs up. Yes, of course.
Alright, so
yes.
Bohan, you as a semi fluent translator of Monty know that his directions were go down Main Avenue, past the roundabout, make a left, and then towards a building you'll see Carter, and then you got the rest of that. You know, talk to Carter, make sure he's not asleep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard away. None of that besides Carter, which I thought was corridor.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what his directions is. It's not very far. Like, you don't actually have to go past a roundabout, as in you go through it. It's more of you pass one on your right, which is its own, like, little shop plaza. You make a left. And yeah, there you go. You see Carter. It's just this guy sitting on a box.
Is he sleeping?
He's not sleeping, but he looks like he's getting there. He's looking tired.
Can I do dramatic sneaky up music?
Dun, 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 dun. Like, this wakes up Carter as he notices people approaching. Like, oh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's like Crunk in Emperor's New Groove.
Carter.
He just squints his eyes, like, he gets like a straight, like, poker face look to, like a straight lip face.
I see you're taking your job seriously. I shall have to put in a good word with Monty later.
Hello, Kindlers. He stops sitting on the box. He like hops off it. Carter's dressed in like, he's not dressed in full plate. He's dressed in like half plate. He does have a helmet on, so you guys can't fully see his face, but you can see like that upper,
Little bits and pieces.
yeah, like upper half. Welcome to the forward post, such as it is.
Excellent. We have a need of a room.
Well,
As you can see, we have some business to attend.
right. I gotta watch the way in, but he grabs like some a key ring, a key off his key ring. This should take you to the cell first on the left.
First on the left.
Cell block is upstairs. Just all of upstairs.
Gotcha.
Nods.
Don't worry about the defense of the place. We had some people set up some wards.
Fantastic.
Do you guys need me to contact precincts or anything, or?
We should probably be able to handle this. It'll be fine.
Alright,
Yeah,
just give me a holler if you need anything.
sure.
He sort of leans on the crate. Just watching the alley.
Excellent. Keep sharp.
Right. Trying. We're succeeding, I guess.
Of course, yes.
You're doing a very good job, Carter. Thank you, ma'am. You guys should get those guys in, though.
Nods in agreement.
You guys go past Carter. Enter into... this place is not... It's a forward post, which means it was not ever meant to initially be an actual outpost. So they sort of appropriated a building and used it for themselves. You're not sure what this place was originally, although from the scent of this place, maybe some sort of spice shop or alchemist lab. You're not really sure. It's like an herbalist or an apothecarium. Like, it's a bit weird. It's a bit of both. Whoever is here, or whoever previously had this place, they certainly cleaned up pretty effectively, sans the smell. But yeah, upstairs, you guys have a short hallway with rooms to the left. I should say it's even a hallway. It's more of just a landing with doors to rooms front, left, and right. So, do you guys put the new arrivals into their own cells, or do they and try to get another key from Carter, or do you guys just ditch them together?
We should let them be together.
Probably.
But also pestering Carter. I don't mind if we pester Carter. We should just get another key.
Yeah, I don't really want to leave them together. You know, in case you're both murdering maniacs, because that's always fun.
Yes, speak ill towards yourself. Yes. Do it. Do it.
Feel the self-disdain.
Whatever you need, I'm here too.
I'll
Yeah,
go
well,
try to get another key from Carter.
Don't really feel like I can fight back much at this point anyway, so...
Elenita sends. She comes back just a minute later with another key. For the right one.
Wait, the right one or the correct one?
She gives
What
you
do
like
you
a straight look. Both. Right is right. She just takes your hand, like grabs your hand, opens it up, and forces it into your palm. Now go on.
All right, no, you're out of on those jokes. Gotcha. Like finger guns away and opens the door.
To Korik and Fia, like that's a familiar gesture. You just can't place where it's from.
Yeah, Korik would tilt his head seeing that, and as he does, Cracks, sitting on his shoulder, mirrors his head tilt.
Was that always?
By the way,
Like?
do we have to lock the? Yeah, that's a question actually.
I thought it was a part of decoration. It's alive. I thought it was a part of your ensemble.
Korik turns to look at Cracks. Cracks turns his head to look at him. He looks back at the people around him, so does Cracks.
It is
That's
alive.
really... Oh, I thought it was taxidermy. Ugh.
Can I pet the bird
Let's-
though?
It
Okay,
might bite your
certainly
hand off.
I don't think it'll bite your hand off.
Knowing Rutabaga, he'd be like, dumb bird.
Smack the dead thing. Anyways,
You pet Cracks. I don't know how Cracks reacts to pets of strangers.
Their hand would go straight through.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not
Aw.
actually corporeal.
Those are the same thing.
Huh. Well, at least you still got your fingers.
A familiar sorts. Well, if the rooms are warded, that should be covered.
You know, that bird does actually look familiar.
Oh, and he gets like a look on her face, like a sort of perturbed look on her face, like it's like it's as if she's watching a dead thing be alive because it fucking was basically dead still before. Ironic, isn't it? Anyways, so you the two new arrivals, you two are separated.
Yep.
Alright.
To the enkindlers, what do you guys do now? And also to the new arrivals, if you guys want to do anything in those rooms, I don't know, secretly, just message me.
Immediately starts typing.
Yeah.
Well, where do you reckon we should start?
I don't know. But to be honest.
Well,
You guys hear like a banging on the door. Enkindlers. You guys are downstairs.
Hello.
yes.
Got another enkindler to see you.
Huh?
Oh, who?
You guys hear the door opens up, and you guys see. Well, he's definitely another enkindler, else he wouldn't have the badge. One that you guys carry. I'm not sure. It probably changes from person to person, where you guys flash it, quote unquote. Have it invisible view.
Necklace badge, like they have in like the New York cop shows.
Yeah, if you want, I don't know. It's up to you. He's an exchange in. You guys know him.
Have we worked with them before?
Enkindlers don't really, they very seldom work across teams. Like
Yeah, that makes
entire team with team. Specialist support, that happens, which is what he is. You guys recognize him. His name is Enkindler Venian.
Vinian. That's a name. Okay.
Vinian.
He's exchanging, at least from his attire. He has like battle mage sort of garb to him, gold trimming and stuff like that.
Ah, Vinian.
Good morning.
Hi.
It is good to have you here. Your expertise is always welcome.
Well, then it is good that I come, and he has like he holds up a piece of paper, under orders from Division Chief Harris. Similar to you, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
He puts it back away. Seems I am to offer magical, logistical, and tactical strategic support.
Well, you're
That
always
is-
welcome.
And
Yes,
counsel.
that is very reassuring.
This is a rather special occasion.
Well, from what I've heard, devastation, right? Underneath the beacon.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes, and 2 people that apparently fell from the sky.
Okay.
And we're ghost worms that won't stop popping out of the ground.
No, no.
Oh,
there were
okay.
2 people
He-
in the
he holds
room,
up a
and
he-
then there was the one person from the sky.
He holds up 2 quick hands. Okay, it seems that the information I heard back at Precinct and the information you have discovered is very asynchronous. Can you please start from the beginning? I imagine you go blah, blah, blah on him.
Yeah.
When a man loves a woman. No.
10. No, more like when a woman loves a man. You kidding me with that noise effect? It's the other way around.
Good point.
So, you guys bring Venian up to speed. Probably only a couple of you more so than the others. In terms of
Playing
previous interaction, yeah, you guys have worked with Venian. Either you guys doing a similar role to what he's doing right now to you guys, so one Enkindler to a team of Enkindlers, or just simply have heard of his exploits. Yeah, he's an Enkindler. I'm not sure if he's. Some of you are newer to the Enkindlers, some of you are older. Venian's been around for a while. He's a mage, obviously, as denoted by the battle mage stuff. But yeah, he's been around for a while. I don't know what else to tell you. He's a mage. He's pretty smart. Considerate. I wouldn't say he's married to his work, but he certainly has a devotion to it, which borderlines on obsession.
Workaholic.
Yeah, workaholic. He does make time for like a social life and stuff, but he just doesn't like. He'd always rather go back to work and be productive.
Duty above all.
Yeah.
Does he ever delegate, like, if he has any specific, like, instructions for the situation?
He delegates stuff like on lesser details, but anything of like significance, and he has a really wide, open, broad threshold of what he considers as important. He'll do himself. So in the end, like very few things actually get delegated by him. Normally he does it. So yeah, you guys bring Venian up to speed. I see. Well, that is.
Yeah, weird.
That's very interesting. Well, to be honest, these are very suspicious individuals that you have, well, apprehended, I suppose is the best way to put it. These, sudden newcomers.
That
Yeah.
didn't really even seem to know where they were. Most
They
of all.
were in a sorry state when we found them.
He
Seem very.
he gets
Maybe
it.
for the rocket one.
He gets his Enkindler badge and just sort of activates it. You guys can do this too. It's basically like a cop computer. So you can like run through like things if you have like specific queries, like specific ID tags and stuff like that. You can run them through some magical Nexus database. Did you get their names?
I believe the young man said his name was correct.
Yes, I believe so. And Thea was the second one, I think.
Yes, that does sound correct.
Yeah, I think so.
His eyes take on a similar color as the sort of. You guys are called Enkindlers for a reason. Your badges actually give off this sort of like torchlight, warm orange glow to it when you guys are using them, and his eyes take on a similar color. This happens for you guys too. You guys, it's not a harrowless experience. It does. Some people have negative side effects to having it, but they power through it nonetheless. But for some people, they take right to it. It's usually mages that take right to it, so makes sense.
Makes sense.
So Venian being a diligent mage and a diligent Enkindler, yeah, he's fine with it. He's nothing. So they aren't registered to be here, so they're definitely new arrivals. If I might interject some of my prior casework into the situation.
Why, certainly.
I was tasked by Division Chief Haros rather recently, about a couple of days ago, about keeping tabs on a number of suspicious newcoming individuals as well. I wonder if it's all connected.
I mean, sounds logical.
Yes, yes.
Very well could be, yes.
If you might give me a moment to send for a runner, I can get you the portfolios I was provided on them. And perhaps in that meantime we can discuss what the plan is for this investigation.
Certainly.
By the way, out of game, is anyone watching the prisoners currently?
You guys have
Or are they,
wards.
like within eyesight.
The wards will tell immediate mental arms and enkindlers if they're tampered with.
Okay.
So if anyone tries to break free, it'll do like a lesser ping. If anyone does manage to actually break free, it does a major ping. You can observe them, but you have to be within relative proximity, as enkindlers. So you guys are within proximity right now. If you guys wanted to look into the room, like camera style.
That's fine for now.
Venian stands up from the table he was sitting at. Then allow me to go back to the perimeter line and appropriate a man of arms to be act as a courier. Be right back.
Of course.
Yes, we shall wait for you here.
He leaves.
That's certainly interesting, isn't it?
Yes, this teleporting business worries me.
It does, it does.
Do you think they did it intentionally or something did it to them?
I don't know. It could
don't-
be they're just simply playing dumb. Have
geez.
some other intention.
Rutabaga. Too dumb to play dumb.
Too dumb to play. That's an insane level of stupid.
I mean, maybe they're just very good actors. Who knows? They even
Anybody
could have fooled the great Rutabaga.
Impossible.
only had a capability. Only had a capability to force them to tell the truth.
Possibly. Or they are just extremely dumb. Who knows?
Well, we could go and chit chat with them and see if we could determine one way or the other.
Could do. Get on their side and then. Wappo.
We could. I would say we wait for Venian's portfolios. Perhaps we could
Yes.
use some of these names to our advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Patience is a virtue. Ow.
Alright then, if you insist. Let's hope they come in a timely manner anyway.
Well, in the interim, do you have any questions you would like to get out of the way for the two individuals?
Let's see. What have they? What do we already know?
What is your evil plan? I don't think they're going to answer
Yes.
that one, but you know, it's
How
there.
do you intend to kill us all? Yeah. Well,
I'm a little
basically-
bit concerned, Eleni. The young man, he seemed to...
Yes. She
Quite
rubs the back of
stricken.
her neck awkwardly. It's a side you guys have seen it in Eleni before, but you can tell Eleni doesn't have a lot of romantic, like, she doesn't
Intense.
want to have a romantic life.
Oh, you don't like the romantic interest there?
Out of someone we just arrested, no. Especially no.
You don't like the bad boy? Oh, that's a shame.
She rolls
Well, I
her
don't
eyes.
remember you exactly. You just are.
Yeah, maybe
That doesn't make me feel better about the situation.
could just be has a thing for aquatic elves.
Oh, goddamn! I just clicked for Garth.
Wow. Wow.
It's better than when O couldn't remember that Genevieve even existed. Okay.
True. Genevieve. Anyways. Do you want to try to use that to our advantage?
Well, if it makes the young man more inclined to talk,
I don't exactly want to put you in an uncomfortable
I,
disposition.
I am a gentleman above all things. I am not suggesting that we put them some sort of seduction scheme or a honey trap or any of that sort of nonsense. But perhaps if you were the one to ask him questions, he might be more inclined to give a straightforward answer.
Perhaps, yes.
She gets
I
like
mean,
a
maybe
shudder.
he feels comfortable.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, just give me a moment to steal my nerves. She walks into like an adjacent. You guys can still see her. It's like a side kitchen, sort of, or like lab space or something, and she just like sits on like a bench, like a workbench, not like a bench like sitting upon, and does like a meditative pose and just just meditates like the monk she is.
Wow, she goes into a fight with barely a flinch, but talking to someone in a social situation really throwing her off.
Yeah. Do you think she might want some moral support? In case he, I don't know, flirts with her or something. Gives her a wink.
I think the best shot we have there is to throw a rock at him.
I don't see how could a wink cause harm? I fail to see the connection.
It's like the flirtatious thing.
More flirtation.
I can hear you.
embarrassment. Sorry. True though.
But trying
Yeah.
to be supportive.
I'll.
Look, we have all seen Eleni with a weapon, and she's more than capable of fending off any sort of unwanted attention.
Yes, but we're wanting more good cop at this point, not a rip your head off cop. So,
Venian comes back.
We don't have police like that. Preposterous.
I mean,
Hello.
And kindlers like that, I mean.
Why is she meditating? Did something happen?
she's stealing her nerves.
For
It's a
her.
situation. Don't worry about it. Hey, so your information.
The portfolio should be here, delivered by a trusted familiar of the precinct within, I'd say, 7 minutes.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
I told him should we try and make...
you guys decide anything while I was away?
Well, the young man seemed to have some sort of fascination with Eleni, and we figured that could be used advantageously.
He pulls something. It's a cantrip that Scanlan has in Critical Role pocket sleeve dimension sort of deal, where you can like tuck away certain like really small, like relatively sized
Like put a
things.
card up your sleeve kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, this one's better. Mostly because I'm gonna use it as a narrative tool. He pulls out a series of drinks.
Nice.
Oh, you speak my language.
Well, I imagine we're gonna have to be here a while, and more akin to a stakeout, maybe. So,
Of course he speaks common. Don't insult his intelligence.
he
course,
goes for
not
the
my
other sleeve, and there's a box of donuts.
Oh, hello, my dear friend.
There's no
We're
stakeout.
actually in a buddy cop movie.
There's no stakeout of our donuts.
Of
So-
course not, to be ridiculous.
He takes one of the drinks. They're all the same. Help yourself.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Bohan will take a drink, but he will leave the donut. He has to watch his weight.
No.
The trophy cop knows that.
Eleni, with her
Bullshit.
eyes closed, holds up a hand. None for me. I need to focus. I don't know about you, but I think donuts are a perfectly good way to focus. Same for this.
They do actually remind me of an arcane focus, actually, now that I look at one.
The coffee, or I'm not sure if it's Moroccan coffee. If you guys have ever seen how that's brewed with sand, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
The sands.
The bubbly.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm about to blow your world.
Sands take all.
And apparently we take coffee.
Sands brew
That's-
all.
Yeah, no, it's so fucking magical. Let me see if I can get a GIF because I want to post a full video.
It's so cool.
Oh, found it. I found one. I just opened it up. But yeah, so essentially, how it's Turkish coffee, not Moroccan coffee. That's my bad.
Oh,
that
Turkish
makes a lot
coffee.
more
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That I know about.
Yeah, Turkish coffee, not Moroccan coffee. Although I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it in Morocco as well. But yeah, it's brewed with hot sand, boiling over.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I've seen this.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's fucking magical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how it works, but it's amazing.
It's basically boiling over water, which is then poured out immediately. That's essentially how it is. You're getting like a froth getting poured out, more or less.
Conductivity.
So yeah, that's essentially what he tells you. Like he grabbed. Not one of the better, not the best place, but it's definitely one of the better ones.
Well, you're spoiling us. Thank you very much. Whoop. Although I don't know how the prisoners are going to feel with us flaunting donuts and posh coffee.
Well, the wards should be soundproofing, I believe, if they're set up right.
Yes, but are they smelling proof? Scent proof?
Yes, they are.
Whatever the... Oh, okay, well in that case, let's
How do
drink
you
away.
make it scent-proof? You know what? I don't need it.
It's not scent-proof. It's more of it permits everything that's not air, so we don't suffocate them.
Huh.
But everything else, it is a protective measure as well. I remember there was a story about it, was it 2 years ago? A fire broke out in the prison cell, and all the prisoners are fine. Surrounded by fire. They're utterly fine.
Huh.
That's quite curious.
Surrounded by fire.
I know.
And these were
That-
buried under rubble. Elementals.
Ah. I've not seen your prisoners at all yet. Actually, he pulled out his badge, and again, once more, his eyes take on that torchlight, warm glow of a color. Again, you guys can do this too at any time. Well, they both seem to be lost in contemplation, so I suppose that's better.
Yes, well, better that than attempting to break out. Plotting something devious.
Yes, well,
Thank you.
they did seem rather forthright and cooperative at the very least.
It did, and considering that one of us was throwing rocks at them, I think it's better than nothing.
If we had decided to swap piles, you would be in this position.
Yes, but I'm not, so it's great.
Love this coffee. Anyways. To be honest with you, I'm a bit lost when it comes to how to deal with them. I suppose they're your captives, so it is entirely up to you. I'm but here to give counsel for questions.
Yes.
Although,
Yes, a cooperative effort might prove the most fruitful.
It is a very odd situation, isn't it? It knows me that we don't really know much about them either.
No.
And they don't really seem to know much about themselves as well, which is also kind of concerning.
And it concerns me that they were surrounded by fire, yet unharmed. And these individuals were also similarly unharmed. And this masked individual. And
don't get
that
very
now, I
comfortable.
would recognize courtly manners anywhere. Was at least a lord.
the sudden appearance of this individual gives me pause. We had a perimeter line established, and I talked to Monty about it when I went to go look at the courier. They saw nothing. So,
Maybe it's something you can't detect.
perhaps. You said that they teleported in, yes? Do you think it's possible that they teleported... I hate to consider the
After?
possibility, but options have to be considered into the beacon.
Well, if that happened, I have zero idea how to approach that.
Yes.
Beacon. Well, it strikes me as the key here is identifying this masked individual, and I sort of understand what their agenda may be. This coffee, by the way, is divine.
It's divine, yeah.
In case it wasn't obvious, this counts as a short rest. I think everyone's basically full anyways, but I'm just gonna note that for Rutabaga's sheet that he just gets the wasted I can grow hair.
Can I give Ellen a bardic inspiration for her meditation?
This is true.
I meant to do that beforehand, but I got distracted.
That's the role associated with her meditation. That's all narrative.
I'm trying.
Besides, it's gonna be 10 minutes anyways by the time the short rest is up, so it's gonna be gone. Well, Kindlers, that would be for me. He sits up. Thank you, Carter. Thank you, sir. Would you like some coffee? Yes. Thank the gods. Venian gives him like a cup.
Do you want some water?
Don't chug it. Coffee lasts better and longer when you enjoy the flavor.
Savor it.
No promises, sir. No promises. Do you want a donut? No, sir. No, sir. Not now. We're just getting too much.
Vanian, we should cooperate more often. This is quite lovely.
Oh, this is my usual routine. Coffee and donuts. Anyways.
Oh, if you keep treating us like this, I'm gonna have to watch my waistline.
It all depends on how long we have to do this investigation. Huh? Now then, the carrier familiar doesn't give like a big binder of portfolios. That would be pretty funny watching this bird struggle to fly to do it. No, it basically just has like a pocket dimension gem, of which he
gem.
Yeah, gem. So he just
Gem.
No, not a gem. He pops out. He uses the gem, pops out its content, and puts the gem back on the bird. The bird flies off. It's not a terribly thick binder, by the way. I would say like, you guys know the PHPs. You guys got that shit. You guys can roughly approximate how much 200 pages is. It's basically the size of a PHP. If not a bit less. But it's probably like Zanny. It's probably like a Xanathar length. It's not terribly thick. It is roughly that size though, in terms of like this bigger print or page size.
It's like a good ledger.
Yeah, it's like a good ledger. So then, let's take a look. I mean, I already know what's in here, but you guys can take a look, and I won't say anything. I think you guys should formulate your own things before I interject my counsel and advice, huh? So,
Yes. Have you your insights would be appreciated, and yes, I see the wisdom in this. You would know that Bohan is just saying this at this point. He knows that he's not the most insightful, so he's just gonna, let you guys do your thing.
No,
Not agree.
every approach is important.
Oh.
Every approach is important, Bowen. Simple things can be overlooked. Overcomplicated things can be thought up. It is all helpful.
Essentially.
So he 180 turns it, opens it up, and just slides it for you guys. It's basically a bunch of Manila folders, that sort of deal. They're obviously not made in Manila. I think Manila is like a pretty recent invention. I want to say the 1900s. But these ones are the rough equivalent of it with like thin wooden ones. There are 6 portfolios in there. They have the person of interest in question on the front little placard, which is written on there with a quill of some sort.
The unsub.
Yeah, this is like Criminal Line. We have the unsub here. Anyways, so I'll just read through them in alphabetical order. Huh? Because that's the way they be presented. It's not the way they are in my notes, so if I hiccup a bit, that's because I'm trying to mentally alphabetize them. There's only 6 though, so it's not too bad.
You're good.
Alexander -- Arya Saris, Bernard Menes. Let's see. How to alphabetize mentally? Me no. Hilbrand -- Nestor -- Sigurd Teth.
Are you gonna write these down? Because
I mean,
What were the last 2?
fine. Give me a sec.
It was Alexander.
I love watching this GIF. It makes me it's so oddly satisfying.
Arya Ceres, Bernard Menace, Hildrant, Nestor, and Sigurd Tef.
Nestor. And Silger?
Sigurd.
Sigurd.
Sigurdtef.
What was Arya's last name?
Ceres,
This
not
is like-
Varys.
Okay.
Serrr.
Not the antagonist
I'm
slash
not-
assisting or side party character. There you are.
Nestor.
Hopefully some of them should seem familiar. At least one for each of you.
Oh, Ceres.
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 Arya Ceres.
Oh, it's close.
It's pretty close.
Phonetically.
Phonetically, yeah. As opposed
In this
to
story.
Sandra and Jacqueline Varys, the one of the main antagonists of the provincial game, and her younger sister, who was on your guys' side. I wonder what happened to old Jackie Varys. Well, I guess young Jackie. Oh, she's old now, probably. Oh well. Probably married some lord.
Sigurd looks familiar, but I don't remember the name.
I mean, these should all be familiar. At least one of these should be familiar to each of you.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, not to Bohan.
No,
Our shades.
Yes, they're your shades. Take a look. Before, I was the one to do some editing on these portfolios. I was the one on the case, you see. The ones with dashes, they claim to have no last name when emigrating here. Some of them I believe, others I do not. One other I do not. But, take a look.
Alright.
I'm assuming these portfolios have some sort of
Description.
overview of description, weaponry, combative threats. analysis
Not
sort of
really
thing.
combative threat. It's more of like a social surveillance sort of thing than like a battle report surveillance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
But
not
it would
OPSEC.
mention, for instance, if they were to be easily identifiable as something like mage, fighter.
More in the fighter cases, yes.
No.
Mage is you can't really tell a mage by sight until they prove that they're a
Okay.
mage. I'll give it to you like I'll give you like a brief synopsis of each of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go in order of the ones I posted. So Alexander first, Sigurd last. I'm gonna do like what you would read from the portfolio. Some of it does have Venian's quips, his editing, his side notes and stuff like that. His what's the term? Margin notes. That's the term. So Alexander, he claims to have been a former Slayer. He does not have a last name, which is fitting for the region of his origin. Currently, he just seems to be drinking away his savings, of which the same amount is unknown. He is a braggart, which is to say he makes a lot of bragging boasts and bets, and according to surveillance, he can back those bets. So whatever savings he has isn't dwindling so fast that it's sinking. He's keeping them afloat by simply being good at his craft. It tells you where he regulars and stuff like that. If you guys want that.
Frequents like an establishment of some kind.
Yeah, it's a place. It's technically an inn, but it's more like just a bar with like a couple rooms attached for, like for people to stay the night. Not really for like long-term stays like an inn would be.
Okay.
It's a place called the Lycan Silver Shot.
Ooh. The
I got you.
could you type that out? The lichen, as in
Lycan Silver Shot. Yeah, like
as in lycanthrope, yeah. The Lycan Silver Shot.
lichens. Oh, not okay. That yes.
The Lycan
Very
Silver Shot.
I like it.
hey, why would you give a silver shot to a Lycan? That'd probably kill him. That's the point.
Arya Ceres gives like a general description of what she's like. She has long hair. She Seems a bit not apathetic, but like out of it. That's probably the best way of putting it. Not like fucking like other people you might have met in the sense of God, his name is blanking on me. Ian. There we go. I was like something exorbitant. Yeah, it's not like Ian where his fucking shell shockedness is more of a, it's like more like just wanton and free flowing to the wind. According to surveillance, that you don't know who's providing the surveillance on this. Is it the precinct and stuff, or is it Venian? It doesn't really say. Or a combination of both. Probably a combination of both. But it says that she sort of bounces around the temples. Not in the sense of like she gets rejected out of one, has to leave another, but it's more of she just sort of visits all of them on a regular cycling, a sort of routine basis. It does say she was a former adventurer, and she does apparently have a lot of money off of that lifestyle. So she's currently staying at a place called the Spindlevine Inn. The Spindlevine Inn. Alright. I'll take questions for any of them after we're done. Bernard Menace. This one is the most filled out and detailed. And you guys figure out, it's very obvious immediately why. Bernard Menace wants to become a man-at-arms and eventually an Enkindler. So he's in the process. He's in the books. He's staying currently at one of the training ground barracks. So if you guys want easy access, like boom, right there. You guys are familiar with those training ground barracks. You guys have stayed in them yourself. Good old hazing. Anyways, though, so that's Bernard Menace. He does have a magical capability. He had to take aptitude tests to join the Man-at-Arms and stuff like that, so it was very obviously showcased then. Let's see. Hilbrant. -- no last name. This one does have the note of refused to provide last name. Not he doesn't have a last name because that makes sense for his reach. It says outright refused to provide last name. He appears to be a researcher who has a number of foreign field teams out across the world, and he gets reports from them regularly, samples from them regularly, does his own research. The surveillance notes don't actually notate what it is he researches, though. You guys are cops, but, you know, that doesn't mean you can break into people's mail. We're not at that stage of fascism and totalitarianism. Not yet. So, yeah. You can find him, and he seldom leaves. So like Venian. Actually, no, Venian has to do field work. Never mind, I take that back. But yeah, he is always found at his abode, which is a combine of home and research site. Let's see.
Wait, what about Nestor and C?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not done. I'm going through them.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the notes.
Nestor. Hilbrant.
I might have flipped some stuff. Because I was going off memory.
Alexander is actually my brother's name, which is interesting.
Yeah, I brought that last time. That was interesting.
It's small world,
Okay. Okay, I actually flipped these. So Alexander's notes should be Nestor's notes. That's on me.
Okay.
Because they're both from the twins, and they both don't have a last name. That's where I confused them. So Nestor's notes should be Alexander. That's on me. Alexander, the notes on being a former Slayer is true. So you don't have to put that for Nestor. But for Alexander, it says that he spends a large amount of time, or he's retired. He's retired, and he spends a large amount of time at his abode towards the coast. He spends, ever since his arrival here, he has spent a large amount of time frequenting the beacon, spending hours there. This isn't uncommon activity for some people. Some people like working under the beacon, like writing and doing stuff like that, just because it's so calming and stuff like that. Other people do go to it in like a quasi-religious sense.
Is there any indication of what direction he's going there for?
The surveillance doesn't notate what reason he has. He doesn't seem to be bringing any work, but he definitely is like giving it tributary warship. So it's a bit of an unknown variable there. Other than that, though, he does just sort of stay in his abode,
Mind his own shit.
mind his own shit, retired, goes fishing,
Like you do.
like you do when you're in retirement. Last, but certainly not least, Sigurd Teff. He has a... similar to how Hilbrand has a home mixed with his research lab, Sigurd Teff has a mix of his home and a private tutelage school. He teaches people how to duel. He hasn't been in town long. None of these people have. I'd say they have all been here probably, like, I don't know, a month.
Mm-hmm.
Not, like, all the same. They didn't all arrive at the same time. Or did they? Who knows? Sylvanus didn't really notate that. But yeah, like, Sigurd Teff, he runs his own school. He is an accomplished duelist and fencer. And stuff like that. Let's see here. When he has moments of free time, which is, you know, when you only have one-on-one private lessons, like, you know, you have a good bit of free time in between. He does enjoy the, how to put, the commodity of Traverse Town. You know, Traverse Town is never lacking in resources or commodity or drive for life. So Sigurd Teff certainly enjoys the finer things of town. It does say he was a mercenary, thus, which is why he is able to afford such a suitably large abode.
Okay.
Let's see, any other name drops I have to put in here? Nope, I think that's about it.
These are quite excellent, Renian.
It was not only me. Precinct had a number of watchers as well. And of course, Men-at-Arms had their own testimonies on certain people. And obviously, one of them, Men-at-Arms testimony was very plentiful considering I had an eye on him all the time. So, do you think any of your people upstairs know any of these people?
It's hard to
Hard to
say.
say. Well, yeah.
Given the
You always are truly a
recentness
team.
of the arrival, perhaps, there's always a possibility, but I do not. Thinking back, did the young woman, Thea, was she carrying a weapon at all?
Don't believe so.
I think so, yeah. Though it didn't look like her main one. She wasn't wearing armor, so
Well, neither was the other one.
true.
No. The sword, though. Sword. No
The fellow
armor.
seemed like he'd been used to the end of a blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked a bit fried, didn't she? My goodness.
You would stand to reason then that there could be a connection between the more martial inclined, the former slayers especially. We would have to ask them some questions if we were to determine any other commonalities, I suppose.
Only one
Yes.
was a former Slayer. I got that mixed up. Nestor is not a former Slayer.
Oh, Nestor is not. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a hiccup on my.
He is the bragger that's at the.
This is what happens when you mention
The
alphabetize stuff and.
But
So he's
the
the
Hellbrand guy is the most suspicious looking one.
Hilbrand refused to provide his last name, does research.
Of an unknown
Downside.
subject.
Yes.
Exactly, yes.
Could potentially have something to do with teleportation and that sort of thing, I suppose.
Downside, because he's such a secretive fella, don't think he's really gonna be willing to share if he does know anything.
I have been granted the authority to bring any of these people in for questioning. If I can find probable cause.
Yes.
Okay. in that case, we have to find some sort of connection then.
Well, that's just for me bringing them into the precinct. You guys are free to question them yourselves at their abodes or wherever.
Right.
As is our
Alright.
job as Enkindlers, we are free to question anyone we believe suspicious or knowledgeable on whatever investigation we're on. That does not mean they're guilty.
Certainly. The portfolios could provide us with as a good starting point, just to, cross off
Yes.
the lists, so to speak.
He nods.
Eliminate possibilities.
We still do have that hair as well. Yes, the very creepy hair.
Yes, the yeah, creepy's a pretty apt term, actually. Yes.
Like I've doom.
Very little good things come of having one's a sentient creature's hair, let me tell you.
Yeah. Does Chief Harris have arcane means at his disposal?
Venian gestures to himself.
Of course.
That's why I'm here.
Are you able to discern anything from this,
Let me see it.
as you say, creepy hair?
Hand it over, like sort of pinch it in. My fingers just like, ugh. Here you go.
He takes it in a delicate manner, not because of he thinks it's gross, but moreover like it's evidence, so try to tamper for as little as possible. Oh, by the way, this is pretty on par with like 1900s investigation teams where crime scene hazardry and stuff like that. Nah, fuck that shit. Oh, we ruined the prints. That's fine. We took pictures of them anyways. They're not good pictures though. That's fine. It's good enough to convict someone. This is pretty equivalent.
Photoshop.
He takes it and begins casting a spell on it. It's the identify spell. Richoy, give me a moment.
Of course, by all means, keep it.
I can put it with evidence.
Good.
He means like the evidence department, not like...
Yeah.
10 minutes pass. 10 minutes and 6 seconds. Nothing magic about it. It does, not in the sense that it doesn't have a ongoing spells, enchantments, etc.
So be affected by something.
It still reeks of some sort of dark power, though.
Okay.
Do you have the capability to locate anything else that it could have been connected to?
I could try. I will need... I'll need to get some supplies, and I'm afraid these are not something I would trust a carrier familiar to get. So I'll have to go get them myself.
Understandable. How long would that take you?
Hour and a half. I could try to. I'll grab a horse. I can go by faster, so maybe 40 minutes.
Well,
Shall we, in the interim, get started?
yeah.
You can get started,
Yeah, we
certainly.
could at least- Yes,
Yeah.
we could. at
Be
least
sure
get
to
that
notate any interrogation questions that you do, huh?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
And I'll be taking this to evidence if you guys don't need it.
I don't want it.
Any of you think you might have need of it?
No. It is... your expertise is greater than ours in this. So, by all means.
Very well. He pocket dimensions it. I will be back.
Okay.
Well, not right back. 40 minutes.
Of course.
Peace keep you, friend.
Shall I get more coffee on the way back in?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course.
Very well. He leaves. God, you guys fear outside. Did you finish that cup? Do you want more? If you have more, I'm getting more. I'll get extra.
He's such a nice man.
I know, he's so nice.
Although next time he comes around, make sure I don't drink any more coffee because I will go into another state of being.
When he opens, her eyes shoot open. Oh no! As if like a mother realizing that the kid has a knife. Charlie, what's in your hand? A knife! What?
Actually, no, it's over right here.
It's a short sword.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Alan is like, oh
One
no.
cup.
Well,
I remember the last time you had just one cup. I think the rest of us were up for 24 hours. Chasing
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, that was
Look.
that was quite funny.
It's not me this time. We have to go take care of business stuff though. So
I'm sure one of us have.
I'm ready to do any questioning if needed.
We should get a line of questioning done first, so we
We
can at least
should.
base it off of that.
You young men and women see a lot more than I do, so I shall take notes.
Your
Yes, but you also have that older man wisdom.
well, he can
Yes.
well he can certainly chime in if he believes any questions are pertinent. That being said, he does have very excellent calligraphy.
Oh, yes.
Although, don't overdo it, Bohan. Showing how well your calligraphy is one thing, but at some point it does become slightly illegible.
Understood. I shall endeavor to not be too fanciful.
Very well.
One can only hope. Unless it starts looking like spaghetti. Right.
spaghetti.
Well, they claim to not really remember anything, so should we maybe try and ask questions that might prick something? There were some things that seemed to be jogging a memory or something.
Who should we start with? We should start with that.
Well, we already know that the man is, well,
Yep.
yeah, with our lovely friend.
Thank you for not saying it all the way.
You're welcome. I held back a lot.
You've grown so much since we've met.
I know. Aren't you proud of me?
I am.
Of course, every day.
Thank you.
Man, this really is like family family moments. Family moments of House and Kindler.
I can see the sitcom already.
It's like the Brady
Rutabaga
Bunch.
mumbles unintelligibly, and you somehow decipher "proud of nothing" in there.
It's like I remember in my day.
You had to kill for pride. Anyways, so yeah. So, start with Korik then.
Yes.
Very well.
Maybe ask why. Well, what reminded him of? Oh, I don't know. What drew him to you, perhaps? He said you looked familiar, but what? Maybe what about? Well, I don't know.
Indeed.
I'm assuming there were physical similarities, so
One of your kin, perhaps.
yes.
Perhaps, although I've no siblings.
Hmm. Maybe Oh, blanked. What the? I'm going to say aqua elf, but that's wrong. That's
Aquatic.
Aquaman.
Aquatic.
Aquatic. Thank you. Maybe another aquatic elf of your sort of disposition.
I very much doubt that. I think I've never seen any other aquatic elves surface side. Ever.
Hmm.
And he doesn't seem like someone that is... She takes like a very blunt pause. Acclimated to my home environment.
Indeed.
Well, though, I suppose seeing another aquatic elf on the surface would leave a very distinctive mark. So, perhaps you're right. Well, we can only speculate until we ask. And then even then, speculate more.
Yes.
True. We should also maybe try and get them to write down or tell us everything they remember.
A,
About
writ-
themselves, about the backgrounds, whatever.
a written testimonial would be handy.
It would be.
It would certainly save us from having to retrieve them from their rooms every time we had questions. When we could just read potential answers that already came up.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well,
think
shall
so.
we rip off the band-aid, so to speak?
Try and see
Yes,
if
yes.
names ring any bells. No, you guys could do that.
Yeah, we could do. If we think they're related, we can at least have a look.
Yes, an excellent idea, young man.
All right. Shall we write these questions? Should we write these questions down?
I see the caffeine has been getting to you already.
I like the buzz. What can I say? At least I'm not gonna be running around like a mad thing like Fritz was last time.
On the bright side, he certainly met a lot of new people.
Record.
It wasn't that bad.
I made nothing negative by it. The only negative thing I have with it is that we had to wrangle you to get you to be ready for the job.
Oh,
Yes,
hello.
that's.
Camera has been turned on. I like it.
I mean, that's a really nice ceiling you have.
Well, it's not his ceiling. That's a
Oh yeah, the hotel one.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a hotel ceiling. Yeah. You've pulled an O. And this is why I don't plug in my camera.
Also, anytime I join in, the music deafens me, so I now know what he's talking about.
It must be something for like
Yeah.
like mobile discords or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the phone.
No, that's not.
Yeah, it probably doesn't say that information because it's like I'm just a phone. What do you
I'm
do?
just a phone and life is a nightmare.
You're a phony, a big fat phony.
I was trying to get to the what do? You serve butter. So you guys go wrangle up the man known as Korak. Korak!
Yes.
You hear a knock at the door. All right, who goes retrieve him?
I think Bohan should.
I think Eleni would be
feels only
sitting down
appropriate.
at the table waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go on, we'll
Yep.
go.
All right, Bohan. You... All right, Fred, you go to retrieve yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm
now we have to
assuming
make
there's,
Catherine get Fia, just it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect.
All right. So I'm assuming I can easily deactivate the ward or just bring him out.
Yeah, you have basically a bypassal aura to yourself that allows you to do stuff with it, or not do stuff to the ward itself, but like interact past it.
Pass through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really magical town. I just realized like there's so much fucking tech built into this.
I love it. It's my groove.
Hey, maybe we can use this as like a spin-off world or something, like in Kindler Chronicles or something, for wherever we have like, oh no, we're scheduling stuff, and we just go to the Kindler stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, this is really cool. Oh yeah.
You guys could be beatnik cops. Actually, no, you're not beatnik cops. You're paid too much and you have too much tech. Yeah, Bohan, you go get Korak. Fred, you go get yourself.
Cyberpunk 2077 comes.
Yeah. So he would step inside. He would, not being the most perceptive, he would just see Korak sitting on the floor. He'd probably not even notice the bird until it flies past him. Like, oh, well, hello, young man, on your feet. All right. Yes, come along. Don't drag your feet. Here. So he's gonna grab Korak by the manacles and just sort of drag him, expecting him to just follow suit.
Don't even explain, just like, you're mine now, come along.
Yeah. Korak, having decided to cooperate, is going to follow.
Alright, I'm changing the music. I couldn't listen to this at all, so I'm just gonna assume it sounds like the thing its name describes. Really quiet. Come on, LA Noir, don't screw me.
Oh yes, love that theme.
It's so slow, what the heck? Well, I need to actually listen to this, because it sounds so, like... It sounds like just... I don't know, that doesn't actually sound like any music, it just sounds like a noise. Wait, hold on.
Just static.
It sounds like a boat horn going on infinitely.
It does. Are you looking for the
Oh,
main
yeah.
thing?
Is it the main thing I'm looking? I don't know. I've never listened to LA Noir music.
Oh, I have I have a playlist called "Care for a Drink" where it's all like that sort of jive. Let me see.
Well,
if
I
can
want that
find
like interrogation music. Alright.
Yes, I think I have a.
Oh wait, Detroit Become Human. This might have something. What do we got here?
Hey. I think at this point, everyone besides Crash
Yeah,
and
no.
Fred, I think have accidentally turned on their their cameras when doing something.
Has Kirsty done it?
Yeah.
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 He has
yeah.
done so once.
I don't remember
You weren't there for that. You were
I
in the
think it was
bathroom.
like on a break or something. It was like back when we had to do that Google share thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was there.
I remember seeing the ceiling and a pair of and jowls.
Jowls.
What?
You know jowls.
The sides of your cheeks.
Side of
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I have the Black Ops interrogation music, and it's so fucking menacing. So not that. Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to use the one from the Avengers OST because I think we might get sued. And then Robert Downey Jr. will finally visit me.
Do I have a quick second to grab something in the
Yeah,
kitchen?
yeah, 5-minute break. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the recording. I'll
Alright,
figure out this music.